Hey there, this is Peter Vekselman. So what I want to do is I want to read a question that was emailed to me by an investor. And here's what the question says. Now try to follow this. I am a struggling wholesaler in the North Bay area. I'm looking to start my business from scratch in Birmingham, Alabama. I want to start by wholesaling and move into listing properties both as is and fixed up. My end game in Birmingham market is to sell properties owner finance and both carry and sell notes. To be clear, I live in California and cannot spend time in another market until I'm full-time, which for me would require $100,000 in a bank. Pete, can you help me? I understand real estate. I've done thousands of deals. I literally read this question like 10 times. Then I showed it to some other people to read this question. Nobody can understand what this individual is asking. But to him, this totally makes sense. Here's the point. It's not bad grammar. It's obviously not understanding the real estate business because he talks about a number of concepts here. It's an overcomplication of what he needs to do. That's simply it. I mean, so many of us complicate this business. So look, here's a person struggling in one market. So here's what he says. I want to go into a totally different market because that's going to solve my problem. I can't go in a totally different market because I need 100 grand in my checking account first. I'm not really wholesaling here, or I'm not really doing any deals here, but I want to do 4 different strategies there. You know, when you break this down, this is what it says. My point is this. Sometimes the path we pave for ourselves in this business is a path that you can't follow. Sometimes the things that you want to start doing in this business are the things you absolutely cannot do. You know, excuse me. I don't know how many people approach me in this business and they tell me what their goals are and they tell me what their ultimate end game is. And the path that they paint is an insurmountable path. You know, I don't know how many people have told me, you know, my number one goal is to own 10 pieces of property, free and clear, and I want to do that in the next 5 years. Oh, by the way, I don't have a dollar to my name. I have a disastrous credit, so nobody will ever lend me money. Okay, so how are you going to own all those properties if you can't borrow and if you have no money? And you want to do it, and you want to have them free and clear, no underlying mortgages or wraps or anything like that. You see what I mean? So the point is this. You cannot overcomplicate this business. Because by overcomplicating this business, you literally, you know, this business, even when you're going down the straight pathway, is a difficult enough business. This business, when you're just going straight from A to Z in the quickest possible way, has enough challenges. Don't create challenges yourself by trying to do the impossible. So if you're already doing this business and you're not quite successful, what I challenge you to do is just kind of lay out what it is you're doing. Lay out where you are now and call that point A. Lay out where you want to be and call that point Z. And lay it out, you know, at least you in your mind, what it's going to take to get from A to Z. And if it makes sense to you, even if it makes sense to you, I want you to show it to somebody that hopefully is already at point Z or where you want to be. And just ask them this question. Is this a logical path for me to get from where I'm at to where I want to be? Is it possible to go from where I'm at to where I want to be in such and such manner? Sometimes that's the easiest way to correct yourself. You know, I tell this people all the time in this business, it's so easy staying so busy. Okay, right here, this gentleman could stay very busy doing this unbelievable stuff. Probably have never, ever any results to show for it. So save yourself a bunch of time by getting the right people involved around you and make sure that your path from way from A to Z is actually a realistic pathway and a pathway that can be accomplished. And most importantly, make sure it's realistic into your situations and it can be accomplished in your current situation. Okay, you guys know what we do here. We do a ton of deals, more than anyone else we know, and we also show other people how to be very successful real estate investors. So number one, if you're a buyer yourself, or if you know buyers that are actively looking for properties in a Georgia market, specifically concentrated around Atlanta, Georgia, you have to be on our buyers list. By now, you'll see my emails scrolling across the screen. Just send me an email directly, just say add me to the buyers list. And literally on a daily basis, you're going to see 1, 2, 3, sometimes as many as 4 deals come right to your inbox with terrific off-market properties that both have equity and cash flow component in them. The second thing is I work with individuals just like you and help them develop very, very strong real estate investing businesses. So again, send an email directly to my email, or right below this video is a link to my website, www.coachingbypeter.com. Go to that website and learn more about how I can work with you personally, one-on-one, and get you from that point A to point Z. Hey, remember, be realistic. Make sure that where you are right now and where you want to be is a viable pathway to take. Thanks, guys.